Good evening, Trigger Vibe subscribers, fans, family, and people who are just tripping onto this video by impressions, which I've been reading up about on YouTube today. So you may be interested in air guns or other things that are airgun related, but welcome to you. We would love to have you along for the ride. So, right, very quickly, I'm going to tell you what this video is about. And it is about buying or purchasing or having the right equipment to hold your rifle in place when you're out in the field. And that can be either trigger sticks or it can be a tripod and a clamp of some sorts. When you talk about things like trigger sticks, then you're thinking about things like Primos 3, which can be very quickly picked up and onto the next part of the HFT course, and you can use that for resting. And I've used it. I've got a very bad back, so it's good for my back. I can rest the rifle on it, and extremely useful piece of equipment. However, last week I discovered that whilst out on a permission with one of my friends, I had the opportunity to try something a little bit more substantial, and it changed my world. It absolutely changed my world. Now this goes back to when I was a landscape photographer part-time with one of my friends, and what we're going to talk about now is get to the chase. It is the Manbily TS364 carbon tripod, and we're also going to talk about the bore head, which is, if I can remember the same in acronyms, it is the Manbily BHU3 bore head. These are game changers. Now these items you often overlook, and you're more interested in spending the money, like I was when I was a photographer, on the camera and the lenses, and you would think that they would make you a better photographer by spending the equipment in the wrong place. Quite often though, you would get a better composition or image by using different types of equipment which you wouldn't necessarily think of in the first place. One of those was a tripod and the kind of head that you use to hold the camera in place. The same principle goes for shooting as well. So about the whole story is about 4 weeks ago I decided that I wanted to get proper tripod with a bore head, and make sure that now I've got my permissions, I've got a very steady platform that I can shoot quite easily and quickly to my vermin. And the main point of that is I do not want to miss, and I want to maximise my shot to hit ratio. So I went ahead and bought the Bog Death Grip carbon fibre tripod system at around £400, and when it arrived, oh my god, it was massive, and I thought to myself, do I actually really need this, and is it value for money? So I decided, after having a quick look at it, to have a look around the market and see if there's anything else out there, and there is, and it is better, what I found, than the market leader in terms of the Bog Death Grip. In my opinion, it's better than that, and it is half of the price, especially coming up to Black Friday now. By the way, I am not affiliated to any of these companies or organisations, so I make no kickback or anything. This is just purely my hard-earned money, making my life easy when I'm shooting. So I think we'll start with the bore head. So a bore head is something here which is a very simple terms. It is a clamping system for your rifle. This part of the ball head would fix on top of the tripod, screws on. You can see you've got a screwing point there, screws onto it, and then you are able to put your rifle into this clamp, and you are able to slowly clamp your rifle up together until it reaches the point where it is very stable. Now, if you're worried about crimping your lovely wooden stock or metal stock, do not worry at all. You will reach a point on this where you'll find that it's completely stable, and believe me, I've put rifles in here which are worth £2,500, and I've had absolutely no issues whatsoever. I've also put in here HW98 stocks, other wooden stocks, no issues whatsoever. They've got very soft textured grips in here to hold your rifle very steady, and on the bottom there, and on each side, and it is as safe as anything and protects your rifle like a glove. So I would not put my own rifles at risk at all under any circumstances, so believe me. So yeah, very simple. You just twist this and it slowly turns, and it holds your rifle in place. In terms of once this is on the actual tripod itself, to turn the mechanism around to look what you're looking for, you simply unscrew this or tighten it up, and it is able to turn on a 360 degree axis, so you've got full maneuverability for where you want to put your rifle. And the same goes for this mechanism here, which gives you a exceptionally good grip, and with very few turns in terms of moving your ball head. So you can get into a position very quickly and very quickly tighten it up, and it will hold your rifle rock steady, absolutely rock steady. And I'm always very conscious that where the weight is, if you imagine like a fulcrum, your rifle might fall over. You've always got to be conscious about that, but just be sensible when you're using these kind of things. But it is fantastic in terms of the manufacturing quality, in terms of the pureness of the mechanisms, in terms of turning them and gripping them. There is no clicking, there's no grounding, there's no obviously there's no mud in this at the moment, so it's an exceptional piece of kit. But yeah, it's for a piece of equipment which I'm happy to put my very expensive rifle into. There are no questions, I would buy this ball head, which I've now done. So it is the Manbily U3 ball head. Okay, so I hope that makes it clear. Any comments or questions on that ball head, please by all means leave them in the comments below, and I will describe them. Right, what does that fit onto? So I'll just have to disappear down here. This is where the AI goes a little bit crazy. Here we go. And am I back on the screen yet? Hello, AI. Is Elon Musk out there? Is he looking for me? He's got my arm. He's got my head. We're getting there. I want to make these videos as real as possible, guys. So there we go. Here we have a very nice padded bag. And this is the carbon tripod. Carbon tripod is called the Manbily TS364 or similar make, and inside there you get a number of different things which I'll show you. Some of them are very exciting and some of them are not so exciting. So it's a carbon fibre tripod system. Why is it carbon fibre? It's purely for weight. If you had an aluminium one of these, it will probably weigh at least double the weight. So it's for portability. And I am very much a person, as when I go shooting now out in the field, I want to carry as little equipment as possible to get me by, but make whatever I do take with me, make maximum use of it. Okay. In terms of load capacity, this tripod can, believe it or not, take up to 20 kilograms in weight. So if you open it up, put your rifle on top of there, I don't think there's any rifle that I know in existence, or sub 12 air rifle, which would break the 20 kilogram mark. In terms of leg diameter, tube size, it's 36 millimeter for the largest leg section, and then as you go down, it gets smaller and smaller. Yeah, 36 millimeter, so very, very strong. Obviously, you get the extra benefits of carbon fibre. And if you did want to know the model number of this carbon fibre, it's WZ324PA. Don't they give sexy names to things nowadays? Folded height, it's very small, it's 62 centimetres, and for old schoolers that's 24 inches. Maximum height of this is higher than you actually think, so it can get up to 154 centimetres, and I don't think there's a shooter alive which this would not fit. So I did put it up to the maximum, and then realised that there was no way that I'd need probably 2 or 3 bottle containers to stand on to actually reach my rifle. It's big when it's a full extension. Minimum height, it can go, believe it or not, down to 15 centimetres. So if you open these legs out, it actually goes right down to 15 centimetres. Again, I don't think you need it for that, but you could use it for, if you wanted to, photography purposes. This is a bit of a cross-purpose product, so you could use it for photography, but it is in the hunting section of the Manbily website. I've checked that tonight, but it can go really right low down to the ground, which might be useful if you're laying down in the ground and you're low in the grass waiting for rabbits. So that's one of the use that I thought about it tonight on this. In terms of the net weight, so the actual weight of the carbon tripod is 2 kilograms, which is absolutely amazing for something of this size. With the clamp, it is 2.4 kilograms, so it's virtually next to nothing. If you were to take, like I said earlier, a aluminium or different metal type of tripod with you, you're looking at double that easily, absolutely easily. Tripods made of carbon are often strong, well, they are stronger than metal, but you obviously do have the risk of, if you do damage them, they can fracture and break. But again, you have the same problem with aluminium, they do bend and break as well, so I wouldn't let that put you off. Carbon tripods are the way forward for a mobile sub 12 foot-pound air gunner. In terms of the feet, they are, and I like this, they are mushroom style feet. So here you've got very soft rubberized feet which sink into the ground very nicely. As part of the pack though, you do get extra spikes, so they're almost like needle spikes which go into the ground. So if you're in very, very soft ground or you're in rocky terrain, then these can give you a bit more stability as well. It depends on where you're shooting and what ground that you want to shoot from. I've often, or always so far, left these rubber feet on. I think they give you a bit more purchase on the ground. Everything that you've seen here is CNC, that's metal anyway, is machined and it's metal parts, and you get can get lots of adapters to fit onto the head of this tripod. So this is something I've not shown you yet. Head of the tripod, you've got a standard screw mount there, which this fit onto and fits just like that. Okay, simple as that. You can get a number of different components. So if you go onto the Manbily website, I think there's something for everyone on there. If you've got a particular need for something to do with M-lock, it would be on there. But yeah, excuse me while I just take a quick drink. I've had a sore throat today. Right, pros and cons or considerations. It's one of the pros for this is got very high load capacity. So if you do have a heavy rifle with a large scope and you've got an IR on there, then you are, you know, putting probably 14 kilos worth of weight on there. This will take up to 20 plus. It will take it. It's extremely strong. I've seen a video of someone hanging off one of these. Not that I am guaranteeing any of these tripods, but they are pretty strong. They've got stability. They've got obviously you've got very thick carbon legs. So again, you want something like this to stand exactly still where you want it. What I've actually found a benefit here is I can actually put my rifle on this and walk away from it completely. And although I'm within, you know, 10 to 12 feet of it, I can go back to my bag and get extra things out to drink and eat. But know that my tripod is in good hands with a wide base from the tripod, and it's going to stay there. I wouldn't leave it in high winds for obvious purposes, but you know, be sensible about these things, guys. It's got this incredibly low minimum height, and again, great I think for rabbiting. So if you're stalking low in the hedge rows or in the grass, you could quite easily hunt by stalking out and laying down there on the grass, although I'm not entirely sure how comfortable you would be. And also versatility. So yeah, you can get Picatinny, you can get arc adapters, and you can mount all sorts of different types of gear on that. So it's you know, it's a tool where you can fit a lot of different things to, and it will last you a long time. No doubt, it is well made. I'm not trying to sell this to you. I mean, I've just bought this because I sent the Bog Death Grip tripod back. As soon as I saw this, I knew I made the right decision. It's absolutely phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And the best part is yet to come, and that's to do with value for money and price. In terms of considerations, again, it's to do with weight again. If you've got something which is over 20 kg, perhaps not the tripod for you. So perhaps go and rethink that. Manbily do have all sorts of different tripods which could take over 20 kg. Go and look at the website. Simple as that. Ball head versus other head. So if you are comfortable using a ball head, and I did have some intrepidation using this for the first time and putting my rifle into that clamp, but I've used that now 3 times. I've had absolutely no issues with bending or marking any of my metalwork or marking any of my stocks, so they've been great. Precision as well. Once this is lined up and everything is tightened up, it will not move unless you kick it by mistake or a gust of wind comes along. It will not move. It's like a rock. It is fantastic. I found that the Primos 3 sticks are a lot lighter. They're obviously a lot for a different use, but you know, the rifle in it is never truly held. You handhold or put it into an artillery hold, but there's always a slight rock on this. I can hold this with virtually not touching the tripod, and I have my finger just on that trigger, so I can pull the trigger at that right point. So stability for me is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. I'm trying to stop saying the word phenomenal. I'll come up with something better, but it's out of this world. It's stupendous and world class. Simple as that. It's world class. I've not seen anything better. Portability, so yeah, another consideration, but this is one of my, I would say, go-to tools. I would use this because I see big benefit from using this, and I've learned over the last few weeks again that I took a lot of things with me which I didn't really need and didn't use and didn't get a lot of benefit. So think about it very carefully. If you want to use a tripod, then take it. If you don't want to use a tripod, don't take it. It's 2 kilos. It's 2 kilos worth spent, though, in my book. And the other thing is price alternatives. This, I think, is the biggest shock. So the BOG Death Grip carbon fibre tripod came in at £400. I won't name the shop, but it was £400. That was the best deal I could get at the time. Obviously Black Friday's coming up, so you may be able to get it a little bit cheaper. This Manbily tripod and the ball head, so both pieces of equipment, came to, including packaging, and it came the very next day, £174. £174 for a carbon tripod and a CNC machined ball head. That is outstanding value for money. And if you are in the game and the market for one of these, go get one. Simple as that. Just get it. There's nothing to lose. Absolutely nothing to lose. So there we go. So if you've got any questions around tripods, did I find it useful? Bloody hell, absolutely, yeah. And I'll use that at every time I go up to the permissions now with the ratting. I'm using that tripod and that ball head, no questions. Is it easy to fit a rifle into the ball head? Yep, took me less than a minute, probably 30 seconds. As long as you can screw this around to fit the size, the clamp to fit the size of your width of your rifle stock, you can do it. It takes literally 30 seconds. Anything else to say? No, I think that's about it. I think I've explored every kind of technical aspect of this piece of kit, but all I would say is go get it. If you want a good deal, I will probably go to Manbily. They tend to have the best deals on, guaranteed shipping as well. They do certain models, not this model, I don't think, but they do certain models in this beautiful green colour. I wish they did make this in green because I would buy it in green. But it's one of the best pieces of kit I've bought. So I bought the binocular the other week, which I said was the best piece of kit I've bought. And now I bought this tripod, and yet again I've said it's the best piece of kit I've bought. Both together are the best pieces of kit I've ever bought. Thank you ever so much for being with me tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure and a joy for me to tell you about this. If you've not subscribed to Trigger Vibes yet, we do lots of gear reviews, but we do try and get out. I've only tried to rush this one through tonight because we failed to get out for the rats because of the rain last night. It was absolutely horrendous, and we didn't want to get our gear rusted and ruined. So we spoke to the landowner and we promised to go up this week. I will be taking this with me, and I will be filming to show you that what it's like with a rifle on it, so you'll see it in action. Thank you ever so much for being with me tonight. Please subscribe to Trigger Vibes. It's been a pleasure for me to talk to you. Share, like, put your notifications on, and any comments or questions, get them into the box below and we will get back to you personally. I did that on a short today to a gentleman who was worried that he'd not had entered the competition that we're currently running for a giveaway, which is absolutely free and is still running. Yep, I will absolutely reply to you in person. So thank you once again, and you have a great evening, and I'll see you soon. Thanks a lot. From your host, Kevin. Bye bye.